All right, I am super excited today to be talking to you about how to build a merchant cash advance business that brings $15,000 to $20,000 per month in recurring revenue within the first 60 days of starting it. And that's valid even if you've never been in business before. Now, I'm highly respectful of your time. That's why I want to first let you know who this is for, so you can make a decision whether you want to stay and go through this, or this is not for you at all. You come here by accident. So this is a great training if you are starting a merchant cash advance business. If you've done your due diligence and maybe you're on the earlier phases of creating your own merchant cash advance business, you see the opportunity where this industry is going, you want to jump in and make a splash. But you just need a little more information, a little more motivation, maybe strategies to make it work. Maybe you're currently working for a merchant cash advance business and you see the opportunity, you see how much your bosses are making from each sale, and you're wondering why the heck you're not doing this for yourself. And you finally made the decision that you would break off, but you need a little guidance as to how that will work out. Or maybe you don't even know what merchant cash advance is and you've been looking for a home-based or a part-time business that can be started with low upfront cost, but high commissions that you can do as a side income, or you can build it on the side, do it as a side gig until it grows up, so you can transition from your job into this. So whatever your situation is, if you're one of those in one of those three categories, this training will provide you answers to what this industry is, how it works, and why it's the perfect time to get in. Now, what you will learn today specifically, though, is we're going to answer three questions here. One is, what makes merchant cash advance one of the best business opportunities right now? Which brings you here. My guess is you know a little bit about why this is a huge opportunity. You have your doubts, maybe you have your questions, maybe you're a little skeptical. So we're going to objectively talk about that. And I'm going to also disclose what the recipe is for success in merchant cash advance. Of course, with success comes the failure part as well, and we're going to talk about the recipe for failure, what not to do in this industry. And the third part is, finally, how do you take what you learn here and make $15,000 to $20,000 a month in commission, in recurring revenue, without having to telemarket, without having to do cold calling, without having to buy supplies and put them in your garage, without having to try to sell things to your relatives, your friends and buddies and whatnot, and do this while you're running a professional business, and do this in a short amount of time, as short as 30 to 60 days. All right, and I highly suggest it's to your benefit to watch this while staying focused throughout until the end, because I'm going to share a blueprint to succeed massively in this industry. All right. And at the end, if you still do have questions, you're going to have an opportunity to schedule a free consultation call with me, where I can answer your questions about this industry, about the things maybe you're trying that might not be working, about the guidance you might need. Okay. And the best of all, you will learn how you can start, grow, and scale a highly profitable merchant cash advance business. Now, for those of you who might not know me, you might be wondering, who the heck am I to be talking to you about merchant cash advance and succeeding in this industry? My name is Qzx900. Yes, my first name, it's difficult to pronounce if you don't know how to pronounce it. That's why many people call me Oz. So you can go with Oz. I'm the president of Local Marketing Stars, the leading lead generation and marketing agency out of beautiful New York City, right by Bryant Park. And we help merchant cash advance companies build systems, generate leads, and scale their businesses. We usually work with established companies, 10, 15, 20 employees, and have been in business for a while. I'm also the founder of Merchant Cash Advance Success Blueprint, which you'll find out more about in the next couple of minutes. But besides those, I've been in the internet marketing business for over 15 years. I've spent hundreds and thousands of dollars on my own money in marketing education. I'm an international speaker. I speak both locally throughout the United States and in different countries. These are some pictures of me speaking in front of large groups of entrepreneurs and teaching them how to grow their businesses. Our marketing company have generated over 100,000, yes, 100,000 plus leads so far that resulted in $40 million in sales for our clients. All right. And I'm the best-selling author of 2 books that have been published in many major publications, as you can see at the bottom here. And you know, the reason I'm talking about these is not to brag about what I have accomplished. It's just because I have a huge respect for you. All right. So you took the leap of faith, give your email address and name, and hoping that this is somewhat of a useful information. And the worst thing I can do is to give you information, a non-qualified information, because there's so many so-called gurus and experts out there, and they're not qualified, but they want to provide you information because you know, the source of information is really important, right? You got to learn from people, companies, individuals who know what they're talking about. And when they claim things, when they talk about things, you want to be able to take that information and apply it to in your daily life and to your business. That's why I wanted to first prove to you as my duty that I am highly qualified in this industry, and we're kind of leading the industry in lead generation, and have been talking to many people who are starting out and who are struggling and wanted to put together this training. So before you even pull the trigger, you know what you're up against. All right. So, but enough about me. Let's talk about you. Let's focus on why you're here. So that's the question I want you to ask yourself. Why are you here today? Of course, the most common answer you can give me is, well, I'm here because I want to make more money, right? Yes, but for most people, it is usually deeper than that. It is what you do with the money. There's got to be some factors that kind of maybe bringing you to an edge and you're looking to make a decision. And over the years, I've talked to hundreds of business owners, and the one that I have accumulated, if I were to sum it up into a short list, it comes down to this. So maybe you're tired of working for someone else. You have a 9-to-5 job. Maybe you hate it. Maybe you don't hate it, but you're just putting a lot of work into somebody else's business to make somebody else's dream come true. Maybe you're barely breaking even, and you want some disposable income. And it doesn't have to be millions. Maybe making an additional $1,000 or $2,000 per month without killing yourself and make a huge difference. Maybe you'll be able to buy something for yourself for the first time, take your family out to a vacation every once in a while, do something for your kids or for yourself. You just need that a little bit of disposable income. Or maybe you want to control your destiny. You're just really concerned about where you're going in life, in your professional life, and it's very scary for you not to know what's going to happen 5 years from now, 10 years from now. You want to be in control of your destiny and make decisions for yourself and the future of your family. Or some of you come to me telling me you want to build a massive business. You want to have a large office, like a Google office with beanbags, employees, management team, like CEOs, boards, and all that stuff. You want to generate millions of dollars. You want to make a serious dent in this industry, and that's what drives you, right? Which is absolutely fine. But some of you talk to me about building a lifestyle business. You already have your responsibilities. You're definitely not looking to jump from a 40, 50, 60-hour job to another business that will ask you to put your life away and spend 80, 90 hours a week. You want to have a lifestyle business that you can put in, part-time or less than part-time effort and be able to sustain your life, maybe replace your income, and just do enough to make more than what you're making right now, so you don't have to drag to the job that you have right now. Or some of you are more business oriented and you want to build an asset, and you want to build an asset that someone would like to buy from you. This happens quite a bit in the merchant cash advance industry. If you build a strong company with strong foundation, there's almost unlimited amount of money in this industry, and someone will see the potential in your company and will want to buy you out. So that could be your reason too. So I don't know the answer, obviously. I don't know you. Only you would know this. The reason I'm going through that right now is throughout this presentation, I highly suggest that you think about your why, because the goal of this presentation is for you, not for me, but for you to decide if this is the right opportunity for you. My job is to give you the information, the data, my thoughts, positives and negatives of this industry, and based on your why, it's your job to decide if this is the right vehicle for you to use to get to your goal. That's all it is. That's why I highly suggest you take a couple of seconds to decide what brings you here. All right. So now let's jump right in and answer the first question that we promised to be talking about. why is a merchant cash advance a great business to start. But before that, some of you might not be really familiar with what merchant cash advance is. Maybe you heard it's an amazing opportunity. It's very lucrative. You can make a lot of money. Some of you guys are coming from the mortgage background, and you're seeing this as an alternative to jump in with what's going on in the mortgage industry. Or some of you are not even in sales, you're just looking for ways to make more money. So you want to understand what merchant cash advance is. Merchant cash advance is not a loan, okay? It's loaning money to a business based on their future sales. Normally, when a business asks for a loan, they go to their bank, fill out a bunch of paperwork, they want to get a loan. The process is, well, you need to have a decent credit. You need to show some collateral. You need to show your home, your car, or you need a cosigner for you to get a loan. And the process can take weeks, sometimes 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, a couple of months for you to get a yes or no answer without you knowing if you're going to get it or not. So merchant cash advance is the opposite of that. It's a short-term loan. It's a high-interest loan. The qualification is not based on your credit score. It's not based on the collateral that you can show. It is based on the revenue of your business. As long as you have a revenue-generating business, you're pretty much qualified to get merchant cash advance. So it's simple as that. And one of the amazing benefits unique to merchant cash advance is that if someone comes to you asking for $40,000, you can literally put that money in their account within 24 to 48 hours. And they can do whatever they want with the money, all right? They don't have to spend it for their business. They can go party on a cruise. Whatever they want to do, of course, not ideal for business, but within 24 to 48 hours, you have that power, okay? And the best part that you're interested the most about is the average commission per deal is $2,000+. So even from one deal, let's say you just do one deal, you just added $24,000 per year to your annual salary, annual income. That's one of the most amazing things about this industry. It doesn't take 50 sales. It doesn't take 100 sales. It doesn't take 6 months to generate one sales. Within 24 to 48 hours, you can generate minimum of $2,000 and more. So let's talk about, now we're clear on what merchant cash advance is. Let's jump right into why this is a great business opportunity. The first thing is, I love this, low barrier to entry. There's no franchise fee. There's no licensing fee. There's no lease, no certification, no degrees. For those of you who are familiar with small business, a brick and mortar business, there's no way that you're starting a business without at least $50,000, $60,000, $100,000. Even if successful franchise concept will cost you a lot of money. So merchant cash advance is almost, you have some expenses, but barely $1,000 to get in. And you don't have any certifications or any degrees. You don't need a college degree. You don't need a formal education. You might have it, but it's definitely not required. The second best reason that this opportunity is ginormous is the high commissions, unlimited earning potential. I slightly touched on this on the earlier slide. $2,000+ per deal commission, exponential income opportunity. The growth in merchant cash advance doesn't have to be linear. It's definitely exponential because you can sell a lot more deals, and it doesn't take you a year to ramp up. Within your 30 days to 60 days, you can be generating $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a month fairly easily. And the recurring revenue piece makes it perfect, because when you give a merchant cash advance to a business, chances of them coming back in a couple of months later and asking you for another merchant cash advance is 70%. And as a business that gets a merchant cash advance, they get the same advance 3 times. So when you get a new client, that $2,000 that you made times that 3, because they're going to come back 3 times more and to get a merchant cash advance from you. Guess what? It's in sales that's already done. There's no marketing needed. That customer already knows you. They're just going to come back and keep buying from you. So even if you have only 10 customers that up front that pay you money, well, in a couple of months, besides your new customers, you're making a ton of money from your existing customers. Lifestyle and freedom. Like if I were to ask you, write down what makes a business a great business, I'm sure many of you would say that it should give you the freedom, it should give you the lifestyle. Merchant cash advance does that. It is location independent. You can sell in any state in the United States. Usually a couple of sales, as I mentioned, exceed your current income. Very low management. There's not much customer service to do. Once you submit the deal and get the client funded, after that point, there's no follow-up, there's no customer service, and they come back when they need more money from you, pretty much. So the management part of it is very low profile, and the sales cycle is very short. Within a couple of days, not only you can fund the business, you can get your commission paid, and you're done with that deal, so you can move on to the next one. The market demand, this is huge. You might have the first three, but if you don't have a product that the market demands, you are in trouble, right? You might feel like, let's say as an example, sell cassette players in this day and age. You might have a good buying point. You might have amazing profit margins. And if you make a certain amount of sales, it might give you a great lifestyle. But if the market doesn't demand it, you have nothing going on, right? There needs to be a market that wants your product. So if I were to give you some really solid information, if you go back to search results like Google, Bing, Yahoo, 3 years ago, throughout the United States, only 90,000 people per month was searching for a business loan or alternative loan. Now, fast forward 3 years, we broke 400,000 searches per month. So these are businesses who are looking for money. Well, you might say, all right, that's fine, but they can go to their bank and satisfy that need. They can go to Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Chase, and whatnot. Well, the problem is, after the recession in 2008, it's extremely difficult to get a business loan from a bank. That's why 2/3 of the loan applications have declined. So guess what? The 400,000 people who need a loan, most of them cannot get it. That's why Merchant Cash Advance is, for the first time, positioned as a true alternative lending opportunity, which is golden. So these businesses, they are very angry at their banks because they've been with the same bank maybe for the past 10 years, 15 years, and maybe they never needed anything from their bank. Now for the first time, they want to go back because they need $15,000, $20,000 to make the payroll, to buy an equipment, maybe something broke and they need to replace it. Maybe they're on the verge of buying another business and they need money immediately, and they have money in their bank account because, bank pretty much is holding on to your money, and the process takes up to 6 weeks, and 2/3 of the time, they're going to get a decline. How would that make you feel, right? That's why this is an amazing opportunity that businesses are seeing as a truly alternative platform nowadays. One of the things about a business is you don't want to rely on just one source of income. In Merchant Cash Advance industry, not only you can be a broker meaning that you're not funding your own money to these businesses, you're working with lenders who have the money, right? So you're working on their behalf to find potential opportunities who want to get a loan, and you send it over to the lenders, and lenders give you $2,000, $3,000 in commission. But the other opportunity is, let's say you don't want to be involved in the sales part of that, all right? You don't want to sell a client. You just want to find the opportunities and send those opportunities to the lenders and get paid a finder's fee. So lenders in the United States are spending millions and millions of dollars every single month to purchase leads. If you know how to acquire leads, you just want to send it over to them, and they'll gladly pay you for the lead that you're sending over. So that's another way to generate income. And if someone is a fit for Merchant Cash Advance, they're usually a great fit for many other products that you can sell totally hands-off. You can pass those leads to other industries who would be dying to get those leads from you. And even if the client is not a good fit for Merchant Cash Advance, there are other ways that you can make a lot of money, right? So say they do not, in rare instances, they might not be qualified for Merchant Cash Advance. They can sell them to other companies who do credit repair, companies who would prepare them to qualify for getting a loan, and they will love those leads from you. So not only you can fund deals, not only you can work with lenders to have deals funded, you can make more money that way, or you can not get involved with any of that and provide lenders with the opportunities and have them deal with it while you're making a finder's fee. So what it comes down to is, if you were to ask me, oh, this is all fine, but if you were to tell me, like, what is the secret for success in merchant cash advance, I would tell you that it depends on two things. One is the consistent flow of high quality leads. If you don't have a consistent flow of high quality leads, your business is in a roller coaster. 1 month you're doing fine, you think you finally made it, things are gonna go well. The next month, business is down again. You're doubting yourself. You're doubting the business. You're wondering why this is happening. Is this really the good opportunity? Am I the good fit for this? But if you have a consistent flow of leads that are high quality, who want to work with you, then you're in good shape. Only if you satisfy the second part, which is your ability to either close them yourself or take that lead and give it to the lenders, all right? I highly suggest you do learn how to close these deals and work with the lenders, because that's where you make real money, okay? But it comes down to two things and two things alone. One, you gotta be able to generate high quality leads. Second, you gotta be able to sell those leads. That's it, that's simple as that. All right, so I put together a small list of the things that you need to have in place in order to succeed in this industry. And that information is not just coming from me and my personal experience, because at our agency at Local Marketing Stars, we talked to hundreds of merchant cash advance businesses. Some of them are very well known and you would know their names. Some of them are succeeding massively because of us. Some of them are that they started out, and after we talked to them a couple of months later, they perished, they disappeared. So some are massively successful. Some of them come in and do not have the right structure and they go right out, all right? And I've coached many of them. We do marketing for a ton of these companies. Currently, we're spending more than $500,000 a month on ad spend, on marketing spend on behalf of our clients who work with us, all right? And as I mentioned before, we've generated over 100,000 leads that resulted in $40 million sales for our clients. So with all of this experience, I would need to be a really silly person not to draw some conclusions as to what the secrets are to build a massively successful merchant cash advance business. So, for example, we still do work with merchant cash advance company Berkman Financial in New York City. They have about 16 employees right now. We increased that conversion by 27% by the systems that I'm going to just talk to you about. 27% for a company like them is a couple of $1 million in revenue. It's just massive revenue. Then another example, testimonial we got from Premier Business Capital. They've been in business for 7 years. When they came to us, they were having difficulty of having consistent leads. They still had ups and downs every single month, couldn't create consistency. We flooded their company with leads and have them get consistent amount of high quality leads and close more deals. Lee came to us. He was brand new, like many of you listening to this right now. He had no idea how to get customers and clients, but he just saw the opportunity and was willing to go through our program and wanted to learn how to do this. Within a matter of weeks, he increased his connections to over 2,000 people and literally had to stop doing marketing because he needed to have so much catch-up time with the people and funding deals and closing more business. So let's get back to this. The first secret to succeeding in this industry is you have to have complete immersion in the product itself. One of the reasons many people are not clear on why they are not succeeding in the industry is because they don't really understand the product, okay? You are offering your services to your businesses and they're looking up to you as a consultant because you're helping them with their finances. The worst thing you can do to them is be like a used car salesperson and try to push this offer down their throat without you understanding what this product is. You gotta understand the product. Now, I'm not a perfectionist, so I'm not saying that you gotta know it inside out before you do anything. I'm all about taking action, but don't forget that this is a very important product for the financial future of your clients. That's why you gotta understand So you need a system to learn the ins and outs of this business and how to structure a deal, how to close a deal. The second one is you got to take care of the elephant in the room. How are you going to get clients, right? Are you going to get your clients from cold calling and telemarketing, buying data, use data of people who showed interest in merchant cash advance? Are you going to sit down in your room and make telemarketing phone calls to build this business? Like, how many calls can you potentially make? I've seen people make 200 calls a day to generate 2 appointments, and they're not quality appointments. Why? Well, because you're interrupting somebody's day and you try and explain to them how they can get money from you, right? Instead, you got to learn about generating leads, inbound lead generation, to have leads come to you because they're interested. I just show you the data of the demand, 400,000 people every single month. Do you not think that you can get at least a couple of clients out of that? That's why you need to understand inbound lead generation and how to generate inbound leads. So you're not chasing people who are not interested. There's a ton of people out there who want to get a loan, who want to get an advance. Why not have them come to you? The third one is you can't be doing everything. It just amazes me to see people that they put 80, 90 hours to a business that can be accomplished in 15, 20 hours. Why is that? Because they cannot automate it. You got to automate the conversion process, because there are different stages of sale. You got to take someone from the awareness stage to the closing. And a lot of that can be accomplished through automations. That's why you got to automate your processes. You got to automate your drip campaigns and marketing, email marketing, and online marketing, to the point that you're only talking to decision makers who wanna move. Okay. Next one is multi-channel marketing system. You can't just rely on one way of marketing. You can't put all your eggs in the same basket. You got to dominate your market. That's why you got to be able to use multiple channels of marketing to feed you inbound leads, so you can be selective on who you work with. Isn't that the ideal business? Like, people come to you, a flood of people come to you from different sources. But for that to happen, you got to understand what sources are out there that you can utilize to generate these leads, so you can utilize multi-channel marketing system. Last part is related to multi-channel marketing. How do you generate multiple streams of income? Let's say you're offering a merchant cash advance to someone. For whatever reason, either they don't take the offer or it's not qualified. Is that lead really dead? Or you put all that effort for nothing? No, you got to have other products and other systems in place, other services in place, that you make something out of that potential client. Why? Well, because they reached out to you for a reason. They need help. If you cannot help them with merchant cash advance, you need to have something or things that you can still offer them that will help their business while you make money off of that. There's nothing wrong with that. That's why you need multiple streams of income for your business to prosper and scale. So complete immersion system, inbound lead generation system, automated conversion system, multi-channel marketing system, and multiple streams of income. But the problem is there was no place where you can get all of these systems from up until now. Because I was talking to business owner after business owner who are looking to start a merchant cash advance company. I'm seeing this common pattern of these systems they're missing, and there was no place for me to tell them, hey, go get this information from somewhere. There's no place to get all of that satisfied, so you can not only start this highly profitable business, grow it really fast within 30 days, 60 days, and make it work for you. That's the reason we created Merchant Cash Advance Success Blueprint. Merchant Cash Advance Success Blueprint is an exclusive e-learning platform, which means that it's hosted online. There's no software that you need to buy or download or anything like that. Just like checking your email, you log in, you're able to have access to the content that's literally worth millions of dollars. That's not because I say that. It is worth millions of dollars because as a company, we're using that information to generate millions of dollars of sales for our clients. So you'll have access to that. You can access it from any computer. You're not downloading anything. You can access it anytime you want. Maybe you have a full-time job and you only have time to check this out after midnight or only on the weekends. Whatever you want to do, whenever you want to do it, the system is available for you to go through the content. The content is created to be consumed in a matter of 6 weeks or your own pace. I recommend you spend a week on each content, each module for the next 6 weeks while you're taking action on, because we provide you actionable items to do, like do this week before you do that. But if you clear the weekend, you want to finish the content in 2 days, you're welcome to do that. It's up to you. It doesn't require any technical experience or expertise needed. You don't need to be a technical person to set up certain things. As long as you can, as long as you're able to watch this right now and check your email, you're good to go. That's all the technical information that you need. Everything else is figured out for you. It doesn't require that you're in sales right now, or it doesn't require that you own multiple businesses, or it doesn't require that you're in the merchant cash advance industry right now. The training totally assumes that you're starting fresh. We do a deep dive into merchant cash advance itself. So the week one, the content for week one is the merchant cash advance immersion system. We walk you through what a merchant cash advance is, how the deal flow works, what the underwriting looks like, what is a qualified lead, what is an unqualified lead, all the collateral that you need, such as the application you need your customers to fill out, and the paperwork you need to submit to your lenders, and also the list of the lenders that you can work with. Like in order for you to start your business from scratch, everything you need is given on the week one part of the training. Week two is, hey, what we just talked about. You need to learn inbound lead generation. So in this week's training, we talk about how to use the power of social media to generate demand, channel the demand, and generate organic leads without spending money on Facebook ads or Google ads or Instagram ads, or without having to spend marketing budget on ads. How do you organically generate leads through social media, including LinkedIn, including Facebook and other areas? And again, another way of free marketing, how to utilize email lead generation. I'm not talking about sending cold email to people, but using the power of email lead generation to connect with people that you connected on social media, so you qualify them further and you have multiple touch points. And then we touch on Facebook advertising. How are we actually spending $500,000 of our client money every single month on Facebook advertising to generate a humongous amount of leads for them, thousands of leads every single month? And we're going to let you check that out. We're going to let you see how we actually do it. So once you get a couple of deals under your belt through organic systems, you can set up your paid advertising system. So not only you have a ton of leads that you can sell, also you can turn this into a lead gen business to get qualified leads for your lenders and sell them the leads. Remember I talked about multiple streams of income? That's another way to do it. Then we talk about the concept of specialist versus generalist. How do you double the money you make by being a specialist instead of being a generalist, pretty much offering anything to anybody? And all the scripts and all the templates you need, all the videos you need to set up the email lead generation, social media lead generation, the advertising itself is included in week two. Week three is setting up your online presence. This is one of the biggest mental blocks and building blocks of someone who wants to start a business. They say, yeah, I want to start a business, but I'm getting my website done. I hired someone I didn't like him. I fired them, but they asked for $5,000, $10,000. I can't do a business without building my website. Now we have a solution for that. We're going to give you the template. Literally, you don't need to build anything. All you're going to do is change the logo and the phone numbers on this little web page that you can just transfer to your website. All right, you don't need to have a website. We're going to show you how to buy a name, domain name, how to set up the hosting, and pretty much copy this high converting landing page, which is a mini website in itself, and make it yours really easily without dealing with design factors or anything like that. How to tie it back to the email automation. When someone comes to your page and fills out a form, they get automatic notifications. How to set that up. And the integration meaning, how do you get a notification when a lead comes in? Let's say, you know, you're running multiple things or you're generating a ton of leads. You got to know when a lead comes to you, right? When a lead is hot, it's only hot for a certain amount of time. It's not going to be hot forever. So you got to take action on it when it comes in. So you got to set up the integrations. And again, all the templates you need for this week's content is already included in there. Merchant Cash Advance Sales Academy. This is our sales mastery program. It teaches you how to get away from selling like the people in the boiler rooms, you know, pushing the products down anybody's throat who can buy it, and burning relationships. This is an entire consultative sales process that teaches you to mold your script based on the temperature of your potential client, how much they know about the industry, how much they know about you, right? How to handle objections clearly, and understanding the customer psychology, why they would buy, catching the signs of objections and handling it before they actually happen. How do you build a relationship by using the sales system with your partner so your deals gets approved while maybe the others' deals get stuck and they wait for things to happen? All the phone scripts, the email scripts are included in this one. And how do you manage your leads? I don't want you to use a spreadsheet, or I don't want you to use your online calendar to manage the status of your leads. If you need to call someone tomorrow, you can put it on your calendar, but if you have 10 people to call, that starts becoming a problem. So I want you to start with the right foundation. So we'll talk about lead management. Week number 5 is automating everything. How do you have multiple touch points? But what I mean by that is your branding. How do you automate things so the systems do the work for you, instead of you constantly trying to remind yourself, oh, I got to write an email to my following, to my contacts. Let me just do that. Then you delay it. You write once and they don't hear from you for another 3 weeks. That's bad, right? You got to take care of people who are following you, because if they might not be a good fit to get it advanced right now, but that doesn't mean they're not a good fit a couple of weeks from now. So how do you automate that system? How do you use the templates that we already have to put them on a queue so they constantly hear from you and your services, and when they're interested, it's literally a click away. So week 5 is all about the automation. Week 6 is how to set up multi-channel marketing, multiple flows of leads come your way. How do you diversify your income? How do you bring multiple levels of income that goes parallel to Merchant Cash Advance? And how do you dominate your market based on the specialty or your location, so you're the guy and the girl known for this? So week 6 is all about taking to the next level, more than closing a couple of deals a month. How do we grow and scale your business to, if you want to, a multi-million-dollar level? Now that's 6 weeks worth of content. And we have a couple of bonuses for people who can take action, right? Simple as that. If you're at this point, I think you know a lot about this industry. And if you can take an action, be a part of our community of people who are on the Merchant Cash Advance Success Blueprint, you're going to get 3 bonuses. One is you're going to get support through our customer service. If you have any questions about the content, you can reach out to us and we'll respond back really fast. And you'll qualify to be on the weekly live calls with me. I jump on the call with our students and answer their questions, okay? Because you'll have questions. You'll have questions and you want your questions answered. The last thing I want you to do is invest in this program and then you get in and you get stuck in one place and just the whole program is useless for you. I wouldn't let that happen. And the third thing is both Merchant Cash Advance and marketing and lead generation change quite a bit. So when those changes happen, well, we're the leading company in the industry that are aware of the changes immediately, and we're going to update the content that we have. So you're not looking at a training on how to generate leads on LinkedIn that are 3 years old. That it's obsolete right now. Okay, so you get all 3 of these bonuses if you join me today. But I am sure you have some questions. All right, let's go through the most common questions asked by students before they jumped in the past. I made a collection of them. One is, do I have to be in sales? Not really. You can sell these leads yourself, and we walk you through. The Sales Academy is created for that. It will take you from wherever you are right now, whether you are a seasoned salesperson, or maybe you never sold before, and turn you into a sales machine based on the consultative sales approach. So you can fund deals, you can make a couple of $1,000s. Or if you don't want to be involved with the sales part at all, you'll learn all the tools in our arsenal to generate massive amounts of leads, and your lenders are so hungry for those leads. You can sell them leads. Right now, the average price per lead ranges from $30 to $120 per lead, depending on the qualification. So you can easily generate a ton of leads and sell it to them. I suggest that you sell the leads yourself and work with your lender to close deals, because obviously that's where you make the bulk of money. But you can do either or a combination, all right? So you don't really have to be in sales at all. This training takes care of that for you. You might be wondering, how does the future of this business look? Very good question. Let's go through some figures. This is not my opinion. 80 to 120 billion unmet business loan demand every single year. Banks disqualifying more people than qualifying them. This unmet demand needs to be fulfilled by the merchant cash advance industry as the alternative lending, because merchant cash advance doesn't care about the qualifications of the bank. It has its own simple qualifications. And more than 50% of small businesses need funding. They need loans. They need loans today. They need them yesterday. And there are more than 5.7 million small businesses in the United States. So you tell me, how does the future of this business look, okay? And people who got funded through their bank, 70% of them had to settle for an amount less than they wanted. Maybe they wanted to get $100,000. They only qualify for $30,000. But with merchant cash advance, you can fund the remaining $70,000 for them and be the hero. So the future of this industry is companies are barely scratching the surface, nowhere near being saturated. There are millions of opportunities out there, and opportunities that you can take advantage of. Even if you, in your local market, it is amazingly simple to get a couple of deals a month and make yourself a six-figure business within 30 days. How much time is required to make this work? That's a question that I can't really answer. That depends on where you are right now and how much time you're willing to spend on this. Again, the program is designed to be consumed in 6 weeks, and it's designed to give you minimum of $15,000 to $20,000 in income if you do follow the system. But of course, it depends on your willingness to spend time, your skill set, and how seriously you take this. Another great question I get asked a lot is, will this work for me? Well, it will work for you, most definitely, regardless of your background, where you come from, what you do in the past, if you're willing to learn what makes it work. That's the whole reason that I created this program. I wanted to remove all the excuses of why this will not work. So if you're willing to follow a system that has been working, that has been generating millions of dollars in revenue, it will work for you. Another thing is, don't be a perfectionist. That's why the content is created in a format to be consumed in 6 weeks, but that doesn't mean you just go through it in 6 weeks and then wait until you finish. Each thing you learn in there requires you to take imperfect action. Take action immediately. That's why I made the first module understanding merchant cash advance at a deep level, so you know the product, so you can start selling immediately. Otherwise, I would have put it as in module 6 all the way at the end, but because that way you would have to wait until then. But that's not the case, because I want you to start making money immediately. It will also work for you if your goal is to make $15,000 to $20,000 in the next 30 to 60 days. You got to have a goal. Without a goal, you're not going to hit it, right? Without not having goals is like having a ship with no rudder. You're going to be going somewhere, but you don't know where you're going to end up. Some people want to have their own business. If you're in that category, you want to be the boss of your company, this is definitely for you. It will work, because you can literally be the boss in your pajamas and run this business with no employees, or you can have your own office with a lot of employees and be the boss for them, whatever you want to do. It gives you your freedom to leave your job. If you do not like your job, and if you do not want to look for another job, life is short. Do what you want. And a lot of things in life that will allow you to do what you want requires money. You got to find a way that's going to generate money for yourself. So merchant cash advance allows you to do that. That's why the results are not in 5 years or 3 years or 2 years. If you put the work within 30 to 60 days, most likely you're going to be in a position to replace your job. And to me, this is my motivation, be in a position to make my own decisions. I want to be in a business where I can make my own decisions, decide when I'm going to be off, decide when I'm going to start to work, decide when I'm going to take off, not the clock in and out. I think that's the definition of freedom. You make your own decisions because you're free to do so. All right, so if any of them resonate with you, yes, it will work for you. But if you're not going to work hard, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is not going to give you, it's not going to make you overnight millionaire. It does require work. If you're willing to put that work, you will make it work for yourself. Can anyone make money with this? Anyone can, but some people will not make money for this because that's the decision they make, right? Those who fail, let me just clarify. It's very simple. People will fail if they do not even try. They get into this program, they look at it, and they say, yeah, I'm not going to do that. Or you modify the structure, you try to do your own thing, then yeah, it's not going to work. Or you give up too early, you try something for a couple of days and you give up, then it's not going to work for you. Or you assume that you know the product. The reason that many people who start merchant cash advance business fail is because they don't understand the product. It sounds really silly, but it's like a surgeon operating on your heart without really understanding where your heart is. Like, he's going to get to it at some point, but will you survive when he does? That's the question. The other one is, people fail because they get their information from the wrong sources. I try to be as objective as possible in this presentation, all right? Because, I want to give you the most valid answers. I back up my information with data. You got to get your information from the right sources. Don't buy into the hype. Just know what kind of a business this is. This is my only purpose here, okay? This is an amazing business, but yeah, if you fail because one of those reasons, nothing else. Some people come in and they say they want to sell $2 million worth of advances month one. Although it is doable, you're claiming that in your mind. You're setting an expectation for yourself to get it done in 30 days. And when I dig deeper, I find out there is no system. You don't know how we're going to get to it. You have no plans of doing it. You're just so excited right now. We just announce it to the world and hope that it happens. I hope it does. But bad news, it's not going to happen. And you set the wrong expectation. And when it doesn't happen, you get disappointed. Then you blame the industry. You blame yourself. You blame other people. You blame the customers. And the other two is, if you don't have a system and if you cannot generate leads, this business is not going to work for you. So go back to the question, can anyone make money with this business? Absolutely. But just go through that list and make sure you don't do any of that. And another one is, I'm not technical at all. Will I able to make this program work for me? I know in the program content, we talk about creating landing pages, automating systems, and doing marketing through social media. I understand it might scare some people because you might not be so familiar with any of that. When I started building this program, and when I was recording, I think there's about 10 to 12 hours of recording in the program. I close my eyes and imagine myself talking to someone who's not technically savvy. I wanted to make sure that that person understands. Okay, so I'm not picturing myself talking to computer engineers or people who work on their phone 24/7, know everything inside out. I'm not one of those people either, believe me, all right? I'm learning things every single day. So that's why I purposely made this training non-technical at all. You're just gonna follow simple step-by-step instructions, and we provide a lot of hand-holding. That's why we have the support. That's why we have the weekly calls, so you can come in and voice your opinion and tell us if something is not clear, and I promise you we'll get it done for you, all right? That's why you don't need to have any design or coding experience. As long as you can watch videos and check your email, you can make this work, I promise you. All right, now we answered most of the questions that you probably have in your mind and went through what this program entails. You honestly have only two options. You can go back to what you're doing and totally ignore this and pretend that this didn't happen. Or maybe you made a decision that this business is not for you based on what you learned here. So that will be your decision. Or you want to follow a proven recipe. Cut your learning curve by years, shave off years of time that you would have wasted, and follow a proven recipe. So if you're number one, I hope you enjoyed the training, and I wish you the best of luck. But if you're number two, continue following the system. So I'm going to walk you through, give you a summary of what you're getting and how to get started. But before that, I just want to remind you something. I read this quote the other day in one of the books. I usually read 3 to 5 books a month. And this kind of grabbed my attention. I have this in my office. And this is a reminder for myself. Do something for yourself today that your future self will thank you for. As human beings, we divide time in 3 categories, right? Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. In fact, all we can control is now, today. Whatever we do today will shape our future. So today, you have the power of that decision in the now. Now is the power. I just want you to think about how this will shape the future for yourself, for your family, and think about the first couple of slides that I asked you to think about why you came here, what brought you here. All right? Now, a quick summary of what you're getting. You're getting 6 weeks of content on from starting your business from, bare scratch all the way up to growing it and scaling it into a multi-million-dollar business if you wish to. Or you can build this to be a couple of $100,000 generating business, which is highly profitable. Your cost is very low and high commissions. It only takes a couple of deals. So you're getting MCA immersion system on week 1, where you're introduced to the product and system, how to find the potential client, how to get the deal funded, how do you put the money in the client's account, and how do you collect your commission. Week 2 is all the systems that you need, from non-advertising budget required systems where you can generate leads for free, all the way to spending money to generate thousands of leads. So not only you can fund deals and make a ton of money, and also feed your lenders and sell leads as well. Week 3 is about your online presence and domination. People do due diligence before they buy from you or anyone else. So you got to have an online presence, but you can't let that be a stumbling block in your way so you don't take any action. So we get that out of the way by taking care of it for you. Week number 4 is for anyone who want to sell without stress. Anyone who want to build friendship with the business owners, knowing they are offering them the right product, because their bank is not going to take care of them, that the bank doesn't care. All the bank want to do is keep their money, make 10-15% interest on their money while paying them less than 1%. That's another discussion, but I'm very passionate about how banks are mistreating people. So week 4, you'll be their savior. You're going to come and help them out and get the money they need, save their business. And we're going to talk to you. We're going to teach you how to do that. Not like some of the people in this industry does, like a used car salesperson, but how to do it the proper way so you're building a strong and ethical business. And all the scripts you need are included to handle all the objections. Week number 5 is the smart conversion system. How do you automate the heck out of most of the things you do so you have time for yourself? Because I don't want you to burn out in a couple of weeks, couple of months. That's why we're teaching you things that took us years to build, literally years to build at our company and for our clients too. Our clients literally pay $20,000, $30,000 for us to build that for them. And week number 6 is all about scaling and growing. You have 3 bonuses. You're going to get support through our customer service. You're going to have access to me every single week, live weekly calls, and any future update to the merchant cash advance industry. Now, if I were to price this based on what we charge to our current clients, so the way we do it for them, we're charging anywhere from $10,000 to $25,000 for the first 3 modules of us doing it for them, okay? And for the remaining 3 modules, $5,000 to $10,000 per month on a monthly basis. So if I were to price this based on this, $15,000 would be a conservative amount, and a good portion of that would have to be a monthly charge, since we do that for you, okay? But I understand the reason honestly, the reason I'm putting together this program is to help you. And with that price tag, I can't really help you. You're just maybe starting out, maybe you have a job and this is going to be a side gig that you're trying to grow, and you have limited marketing budget, limited budget to start a business. And I told you that this business takes very low budget to get started. So it wouldn't be fair for me to tell you, hey, although this training is worth millions of dollars, it wouldn't be fair for me to ask you that much. So would it be fair if I said $5,000? I said to myself, yes, there will be a great pricing point, but again, it doesn't allow me to reach the number of you people out there who is super interested in this. Like, I've talked to literally hundreds of people who begged for this program. We didn't have it. I didn't come up with this program, honestly. It was asked from me over and over and over again. I finally spared time to put this all together. So I wanted to make sure that it is affordable for anyone who is committed to making this happen. So they cannot give the excuse of saying, you know what, I don't have $5,000 to pay for this. You know, you find resources if you think something is important enough for you. That's why I wanted to bring this under $1,000 for a limited time, the price for this program, where you have lifetime access to this. There's no monthly fee. There's no monthly management. It's $897, less than $1,000. And to make it no-brainer, I'm going to accept 2 payments of $475. $475 right now, $475 a month from now. You have full access to the program, lifetime access, and all the bonuses. But I want to make sure that no one can take advantage of you. So I'm going to tell you right now that if you use this system, you implemented everything that I teach here, because I put days and hours into this training to pour in and provide anything I can provide. And for those of you who know me know that that's so true, that if you come back and tell me, oh, I tried it, it didn't work, I am going to give your money back. I'll refund you 100%. But this has got to be a fair deal. You got to do your part, do the work, and come back to me. And if it doesn't work, I don't want your money. I want to give it back to you. All right? I think that's a very fair deal. All right. Another fair warning, this is not for you if you're, I'm sure you're not. You've come this far. This doesn't apply to you. But anyone who carries these qualities, I'll kick him out. If you're dishonest, if you're negative, and if you think you know everything already, then why join, right? You already covered everything. If you're any of those people, if you're gonna, because negative people are like cancer, it's like poison. It poisons the entire community. You have a very upbeat and positive community in Merchant Cash Advance Success Blueprint. I'm not gonna let one individual poison that. So if someone is that individual, I will kick them out, just so you know, fair warning, all right? So you're gonna see a button here below this training where you will be able to sign up. If you still do have questions that I have not covered, you still have the opportunity, as I promised in the beginning, to schedule a call with me. So you'll also see a button for that. If you're in that situation, schedule the call, but I highly suggest that you don't miss this opportunity and join Merchant Cash Advance Success Blueprint, because I can't keep it at this price for a long time, and you're getting these bonuses. Definitely sweeten the deal. I highly suggest you take advantage of this, because it kind of provides you like one-on-one coaching with me. You can ask any questions you want, and I'll do my best to help you start and grow this business. So I hope this was helpful. I highly suggest that you take action and start with this, and if you do, I'll see you on the other side. Thank you.